The 9,408th meeting of the Security Council is called to order. The representative of the Russian Federation has asked for the floor.
Thank you, Mr. President. We would like to ask you, given the fact that we trust that we will be able to make significant progress on the matter that we are here to discuss today. We would like to have consultations so that we can then come back to the plenary once we've had those consultations. That is our request. Thank you.
We take note of Russia's position, given the views of council members, and also due to the fact that the text is substantively the same as the one that passed silence last week. We are proceeding with the vote as scheduled. The Chinese representatives requested the floor, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. We note that at the current stage, some member states are still making diplomatic efforts. We hope that we can give that diplomatic efforts a chance. The purpose of the Security Council is to resolve problems. And the purpose of adopting resolutions is to resolve problems. We should not impose voting because this is by no means contributing to resolving problems. We hope that we can respect the fact that some member states are still making diplomatic efforts. Thank you.
I also take note of China's position, but given what I've just said about the views that council members have expressed and about the text being substantively the same as the one that passed silence last week, as I said earlier, we are proceeding with the vote as scheduled.
Mr. President, have I correctly understood that you are refusing the request of member states to conduct consultations? Are you refusing that request? Have I correctly understood you?
We are not refusing the request of members. We have spoken with members, and members are prepared to proceed with the vote.
I'd like to ask you, who do you believe to be members of the Council and who do you not? 2 members of the Council have requested consultations. You're referring to members of the Council, but this is not a unanimous decision. There are members who want to have consultations now. Are you refusing us that request to have consultations? Are you rejecting that?
We are indeed not objecting to consultations, but we'll have consultations after the vote.
Mr. President, we are not asking for consultations after the vote. We are asking for consultations before the vote so that we can try to ensure that the vote is unanimous within the Council. That's the first point. Secondly, I'd like to ask you, sir, why, maybe this is rhetorical, why are you using rulings during this American presidency that is based on the opinion of some member states of the Council, and in particular one penholder, and correspondence between political coordinators? I'd like to remind you that, first of all, there's not just one penholder. That's the first point. I would like to find out the opinion of the other penholder. Also, there are other members who've asked to postpone the vote on this resolution, and that was also ignored. How are we to understand that?
As I said, we are prepared to hold consultations, but as my prerogative as president, and after listening to the various views that have been communicated to my delegation, we have taken the decision, in addition to the comments that I have just made, basically 2 times, we have taken the decision, I am taking the decision as president, to proceed to the vote. We are happy to have consultations following the vote, but we are proceeding to the vote.
I speak on behalf of the A3. It is not our tradition to get involved in procedural issues. But our position in A3 has always been that whenever members of the Security Council wish for more time in order to engage into consultations, that request, as far as possible, should be granted. So, in the present case, the A3 would strongly advise the presidency to allow for some more time for the requested consultations. We are prepared, we are ready to take a position. We have a common position in A3, but we can accept to allow some more time for our additional exchange of views on that matter. I thank you, Mr. President.
I didn't, in fact, ask for the floor. I actually, sir, wanted to hear your response to Mozambique's proposal. I didn't actually ask for the floor.
Again, as president, I believe, given the discussions that I've had with a number of delegations, given the remarks that I made earlier about why we wanted to proceed to the vote, that is still my intention to proceed to the vote. Russian Federation.
Okay, now I am prepared to say a couple of things. On behalf of our delegation, I would like to have a procedural vote on conducting consultations. I would like to ask this matter to be put to the vote.
I thank the Russian Federation. I would like to suspend the meeting for just a few moments so that we can take the necessary preparations. Suspend for 5 minutes.